What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. This is episode 2 on the Xbox One. But actually, we're starting a new world because in between this and the last time, a update came out. I believe it's called the Better Together update. I have not played this yet, but I'm going to play it now. I'm assuming it's kind of the same. It just has some of the new features from the PC, I am assuming. I don't really know. I turned bonus chests on. This is new. Okay, so never mind. This is not the same. This is not the same at all. The only thing I've changed is my skin to a hockey player. It's the only one I found that I liked, and I changed some of the settings for the. Anyway, I made the UI smaller, so it didn't take up as much of the screen. But other than that, everything's basically the same. But let's go ahead and open up this bonus chest here. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff in there. There's usually only 1 or 2, 3, 4 items in here. But let's go ahead and take all this stuff, I guess. Things kind of go in your inventory weird now. They kind of like trickle in. The animation is interesting, but alright. We're going to go with it. We're going to take this chest. And the torches. Okay, there's a cow over here that I might like to murder. Oh, horses already. Okay. And then, yeah. Seems to be running okay. Let's go ahead and kill this cow. Did we get it? Okay, just want to make sure that we got the beef there. The beef? Dang. Their legs, like... I hear a skeleton already. Oh, there's a cave right here. This must be it. But there's coal, and I need this. So we're gonna go down here. Yeah, there's definitely a skeleton around, but we're gonna grab this coal. I'm gonna try to get set up here as quick as possible, so we don't have to go through the whole. Oh, there was only one piece, so we don't have to go through the whole thing again, like we did last time. Skeleton appears to be walking, hopefully not my way. Let's go ahead and get enough stone to make a furnace and tools and stuff. And then we're gonna go into the cave. Maybe, possibly this one, I don't know. A cave, and grab some iron and whatnot. We're gonna try to get set up without too much delay. Okay. Yeah, we're not ready yet. Let's go up here and just make a workbench and stuff. You know, killing the sheep, these sheep to get a bed might not be a bad idea either. Okay, crafting. Achievement unlocked. Cow tipper. So we can make. These are things that we can make. Or what? I am so confused. Let's make a workbench and place that. I think I'm sort of understanding how this is working. So the ones in green are the things that we can make with what we have. So we can make a stone sword and a stone pick. And that's it for the moment. Okay, I think I'm understanding this. Just takes a little bit of getting used to the interface. I believe that you don't have to hit X anymore. I believe you can hit X or Y to open the crafting menu. It used to be you hit Y to open your inventory, and then you'd have to hit X to open your the crafting menu, which would have your inventory in it, but it was a separate a deal there. Skeleton is still down here. I'm getting a lot out of achievements. But what I'd like to do is I can't make a torch. Oh, because I don't have any sticks. Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and make these jungle planks here, and then we'll make sticks. What does that do? Oh, it sorts the items by what we can make first. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll go back to torches, which are where it's kind of, we can only make one set, although we got 4. I thought we got 4, but anyway, we got a few from the bonus chest. Oop, I didn't want to do that. Let's grab that. I really just wanted this iron so I can make a pair of shears and get those sheep sheared up, and we can make a bed just in case we're not quite set up by the time night comes. I want to be able to have some more daylight to grab resources. Oh, the chicken walk different. It seems. It feels like the chicken might walk a little bit different now than they used to. A little more enthusiastically walking, I guess, is the way to describe it. I'm not really sure. Let's go back. Let's make a furnace, and we can make or cook up this iron and make those shears. Ooh, how are we gonna cook up the iron though? I guess I'm just gonna do planks. We need to go grab some wood. Let's make a stone axe, and then just in case we can put. Well, no, it's all right. By the way, something nice now is you don't have to double tap or double flick the analog stick like this to sprint anymore. You can just hold it down like in most other video games. That's how you sprint, which is really nice because it wouldn't always work, and so it's nice to sort of have that mechanism in place where it's just going to work like it's supposed to, and it's not going to be an issue. So that's nice. I'm probably going to still flick out of habit, but I'm going to do my best to make that adjustment as quick and smooth as possible, so that we aren't getting ourselves into sticky situations by still flicking our joystick or analog stick to sprint. It's going to be a lot more efficient to just press it down. Yeah, let's go grab this cow over here real quick. We're gonna want the food if we go down. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed too. You hit the cow and they kind of go into the air a little bit, but their legs kind of just flop around. Definitely more than they used to, or I've never noticed it prior to that. But I'm pretty observant, and I think I would have noticed had that been a thing before, but I hadn't noticed that before. So I think it's kind of funny though. But anyway, let's see if our iron's cooked up. It should be pretty close. Yeah, it's enough to make a pair of shears. So I did make the world. Well, I guess you guys saw. I made the world type infinite, which means, we shouldn't have a problem where we're like, to the edge of the map or anything. It's an infinite world, which is going to be awesome. This is the first time that any Xbox, like I started playing on the 360. Well, I didn't start playing Minecraft on the 360, but, the first time I played Minecraft on a console was on the 360. It was what I actually bought a 360 specifically for playing Minecraft on, because I had a really, really not good computer at the time, and I wanted to play at a decent frame rate. And I just got something. Have a cheerful day. Okay. It's a nice little song though for it, and acquire hardware. It's nice. Okay. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, first experience on a console was on the 360, and it comparatively the worlds were really small. And then I didn't get an Xbox One until actually just a few months ago. And so, I was still playing on the 360, and you were limited to that really small world size. And it just wasn't cutting it anymore. And then even when you upgraded to Xbox One, it wasn't infinite. It was a lot bigger and a lot better and a lot more variety within the worlds because of that. But you still didn't have the infinite kind of do anything you want feel, because there's a chance. I mean, there's a lot more biomes in Minecraft now than there used to be. And so there was still a chance, even on those larger worlds, that you wouldn't get a certain biome within the world. So now you can, if you do go far enough, can reach every biome within Minecraft on the Xbox now, which is awesome. Unfortunately, well, it's unfortunate for PS4 users. I personally am not a fan of any PlayStation system. I've always preferred Xbox, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But for people who do use PS4, they are not going to be getting this update. They're going to be stuck on the limited world size, no servers or anything like that. That's unfortunate for them, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me. So if you are on PS4, just get an Xbox One because they're better anyway. And I mean that in all sincerity. Mostly the reason I believe that the Xbox is better is just the controller. I mean, a controller is the thing. It's the vehicle to which you interact with any console. Even your TV remote is in a sense a controller. It's the way that you interact with your TV. And so it's kind of important to have a controller or a remote or whatever that is comfortable, and I just can't use the PlayStation controller. The PS3 controller was horrific. The PS4 is definitely ergonomically an improvement, but it's still, not... Oh, hello. It's still not comfortable in the hand for me. I have relatively small hands. I'm not gonna lie. I have pretty. That was a scary noise. Pretty small hands. Technically, the Xbox One controller is bigger than the PS4 controller, but it's the analog sticks are further out towards the grips, which make it a lot easier to move, I guess, within games, and the button placement. I like what's the word I'm looking for? Offset sticks. I'm not a fan of having the stick right next to each other. I like having one stick on one side of the controller, the other stick on the other, and they're offset from each other. It just makes... What am I doing? Okay, I grabbed my workbench and stuff, so... for me, it just makes things a lot smoother and a lot easier. The interface, a lot better and quicker for me when I don't have to fiddle with those sticks that are uncomfortable. Anyway, that's my rant about that, and I'm not hating on the PlayStation. I'm just saying, and I think, honestly, I think the user interface, like the home screen on the PS4, is way better than the Xbox One home screen and the UI. Within just the home screen. I'm not talking about games or anything. I'm just talking about the home screen is a clusterfuck, and really confusing. Especially if you're coming from the 360, you'd think that the transition would be relatively smooth, but it's really not. It's actually kind of a learning curve there, from the 360 to the One, which made it difficult for me, particularly. Because I'm someone who doesn't really like new things. I'm at the time when I got this Xbox One, I was perfectly content with the 360. I'm like, well, the controller's awesome, and I still think the 360 controller is awesome. And when I had held an Xbox One controller before I had actually got one and used one on a regular basis, and I was like, the 360 controller's still better. But after extensive use with the Xbox One controller, I'm gonna revise that that observation. I think while you can't tell, it's not as drastic of a difference as, for instance, the PS3 to PS4 controller is, but there's definitely some subtle improvements that have to do with more of build quality, more than actual ergonomics. The controllers feel pretty similar in the hand, which is nice because, like I said, I still think that the Xbox 360 controller is one of the best hand units ever made. I really do. However, the buttons and particularly the D-pad never really felt good to me. The D-pad was always kind of one of the things that I would avoid using, if at all possible, because I need to turn up the brightness, because it really just did not feel good to use. It, first of all, it was hard to get the direction right. I just, had a lot of trouble getting it to go the direction that I wanted it to, and so that made it difficult. Oh, hey, I found some iron just by chance. Yeah, it made it really difficult to select things in menus and whatnot, especially if you couldn't, some games didn't let you use the analog stick for that. You had to use the D-pad, and it just was it was an unpredictable experience. But I really actually prefer the D-pad on the Xbox One controller now. I used to be like, I used to say, well, if there's anything that I could take from the PlayStation controller, it would be the D-pad, because I've always liked the D-pads on the PlayStation controllers. They've always felt solid. They were all separate buttons. They weren't connected, which made it really easy to figure out, what you were doing. But I actually, even though the Xbox One controller D-pad is technically connected, it's still kind of separate buttons, and it makes it a lot easier, and it feels really clicky and satisfying to use. And that goes for all the buttons. The bumpers are a lot clickier, a lot less play in them. They feel a lot more solid. And the triggers too. Triggers don't really click. In fact, they're quite quiet, which is nice. I really need to find some coal. They're really quiet actually, which is nice. Compared to the Xbox 360 triggers. So when I say that the controller, there's more subtle improvements as opposed to complete ergonomic overhaul. For like the PS4 controller. But on the PS4 controller it was necessary. On the Xbox One controller it wasn't necessary because you had the ergonomics pretty close to perfect for a lot of people, and I'm one of those people. The controller just always felt really good in the hand. They just had to fix these you could call them bugs, I suppose. They had to fix bugs with the build quality is really what the only problem that I really had with the Xbox 360 controller. It felt solid when you were holding it, but some of the buttons and stuff were not quite up to par with what you'd expect. And they just didn't feel very good. But they addressed those problems and I think executed well with the Xbox One controller, and I'm really happy with the Xbox One controller, and it's definitely as subtle as it is, it's definitely an upgrade, and I think worth upgrading to. Wow, that was way off. I was a lot closer than I thought I was, but I really need to find some coal, But that's a little bit of a rant. I think I'm going to cut this episode here. I'm going to find some more coal off camera. I'm going to wait for it to become daytime, and then I'll get back with you guys. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the Xbox, well, just controllers in general. What's your favorite and why? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.